Oh, hit it. Hit it on the side. That's got it, Tommy.
Hi guys, this is Dave from the Quirky Beagle. Thank you very much for tuning in, clicking on, whatever you need to do really to get onto this video. Thank you very much for doing it. Today's video is sort of a delayed A to a Q. So it's not a Q&A, but somebody asked me the Q quite a while ago and I'm now doing the A. About 3 weeks too late, but it's one of those questions you would think that a record dealer or a collector would get asked daily, but in my personal experience it's not. And that is, of course, why are records back? Why are they such a big thing? And the short answer is I don't know for sure. The long answer is very, very long and drawn out, so I'm going to try and give you something in between. I'll just set myself up for story time. So I think one of the things that people miss is inconvenience. And that sounds kind of strange, but these days everything's about convenience. It's about freeing up time. It's about things being there when we need it to. We don't phone up for pizzas anymore, we just go on an app. We don't phone up for taxis and wait out in the cold anymore. We can actually watch them on phones coming to get us. Everything is about convenience now, and I've got no problem with that. It kind of is the way of the world. Gradually everything's been getting more and more convenient. But as far as music goes, that's kind of left something behind. I would say that the old inconvenience of getting up out of bed, going out into the cold, getting to a bus stop, sheltering as best you can from the rain because it's absolutely throwing it down today, then sitting on a bus for 20 minutes, half an hour, going all around town, looking at every record shop. Some don't have them in, some say they'll order it for you, it'll be here in 10 days. All that inconvenience is gone now. And I kind of miss it. I don't know about you. And one of the reasons I miss it, in fact the big reason I miss it, is because the celebration of music is gone. Once upon a time it was a big deal to go and get your record. You chose your record. Sometimes before you even got to the shop you knew there was a record you wanted. It might be the big record of the time. I don't know if you remember back in, I think it was 97, when was it Definitely Maybe came out. Might not have been, but I think it was Definitely Maybe. And everybody had to wait in line at midnight to go and get that record. It was such a chore, but it was so much fun too. It was an adventure to go and get a record then. NME used to do countdowns. They would review the record and it didn't matter what they said really. After all, most of the time you only read a copy because it was somebody had left it on a train seat. But we all knew the record was coming out. It was going to be a big deal. There was a countdown, there were adverts on TV. There's none of that now really, I don't think. No one counts down for a record anymore because it just appears one day in a playlist or in a suggestion. They download it on Spotify, and I've got no problem with Spotify. I subscribe to it. And that's it. A minute later it's on their phone. They didn't even get out of bed. Perfect for students. I'm just joking, of course. No problem with students either. But where's the effort? Where's the magic gone? What now compels you to listen to that music? Nothing. You know, you're going to put it on, it'll become background sound. You might listen to it once, but then it becomes background sound. Whereas a record's great. Record, you pick it up, there's rules to having a record, like having a gremlin. So you don't feed your record after midnight. You don't place your hands in certain places on your record. You have to make sure the record is stored upright. You have to clean your record. Everything's a chore with a record. And you take it out and you place it on your turntable carefully. Carefully place a stylus. Lid down. Crackle or two later, your music begins. And because you put so much effort into that, whether it be buying it or simply playing it, you're compelled to listen to it. It's on for you to enjoy. It's an art form again. It's not background music, it's not generally music. And I think the combination of convenience, overproduced music for the masses now, shows like X Factor, and the ruining of, in some people's opinion, pop music. It's all kind of come together now. It's sort of sprung the other way, and people want records again. And people want artwork again, by the way. I love records. That big, nice big square sleeve filled with colour. The more on that record, the better. I think the 80s kind of went through a period of where everything was black and white, new wave, nobody was smiling. Morrissey's never smiled since. And it's all about looking moody, and I hate that. I love Iron Maiden. I love the old Beatles records, particularly, of course, Sgt. Pepper, because of the colour. You know, not necessarily because of the content. I will often buy a record because of the colour. Recently I put a Hawkwind album in, called Roadhawks, and it's very Art Deco. I think it's a train on the front. That's the kind of thing I'm talking about. Records with personality, with pizzazz, with artwork to die for them. And as I say, Iron Maiden, iconic Eddie, looking pretty horrific in some sort of precarious battle situation. I mean, that is artwork. That is what vinyl was meant for. Certain bands were always meant for vinyl. They were born into vinyl. Iron Maiden, a lot of the classic rock bands, Led Zeppelin, Rolling Stones, the Beatles. These were groups that were born onto vinyl and should always be on vinyl. You know, CDs were okay, downloads and streaming, they're good, they're convenient, but vinyl, it adds another dimension. And yes, I do think that the sound is better. Some people do, some people don't, but I really do think the sound is better. I think there's a much more deep and warm and rich sound, which all is very, very, wow, the rain's coming down. It's all very pompous, I guess you would say. But no, I really do think the sound's better, looks better, feels better. It's damned inconvenient, and I love it for that. I will always listen to streamed music and downloaded music, because you can't put a record player in a car. It really is super convenient, and if you want to just some music at a party, then you know, stream it. Unless you really want to be that guy that every 3 tracks has to stop talking to his friends and then goes and changes the record over. So it's been kind of a long story, long rant. Didn't intend for it to be this long. So on to other things. Don't forget, on the 21st of this month, we will be doing the draw on our Facebook page for the Def Leppard Vault album. We are also doing a leaflet drop soon around the Oxton area, so I do apologise, but there's a 10% off voucher on that. If you don't live in the Oxton area, you will be able to download the voucher from our website, which is quirkybeagle.co.uk. That's from Sunday, hopefully. News wise, that's pretty much it. There's always new records going in all the time down at Not Just Vintage, so do go down, check us out at 136 Oxton Road, opposite the new Lidl, where you can also park for free. They're okay with that. Straight in the shop, down the steps at the back. Bob's your uncle. There we are on the left. Not Just Vintage. In Not Just Vintage shop. Yeah. So yeah, that's it, guys. I've had a little rant, and the rain's got worse rather than better, so I'm going to go and get my trunks on and my flippers. Take care. Hi, just a very quick addition to that video. If you're a subscriber to our YouTube channel, and I very much doubt you are because there aren't very many, then please don't forget to hit the little bell icon, because the little bell icon will notify you every time I upload something to the channel. If you're not a subscriber, and once again, I don't think you are because there's hardly any, then please subscribe, because it gives me an enormous sense of validation. It makes me feel very, very popular. It helps me out because I love the sound of my own voice, and I'll probably think you do too. Also, once I've got several million viewers, an enormous ass, and a sex tape, I can consider myself as popular as a Kardashian. Also, if you've got a reason why you love vinyl, then leave it in the comments below, either here on YouTube or over on our Facebook page, where we always leave links to videos. If you've got a question you'd like answering, I do tend to take weeks and weeks and weeks, but once I get round to it, I'll probably leave a little video for 1 or 2 people if they have a particularly interesting or burning question. And of course, don't forget to check out the other videos which I've been doing on the channel. Don't forget to subscribe to our Facebook page, Instagram, probably Twitter. I'm hardly ever on there, and here on YouTube. And that's it. So thanks for tuning in, and you hang up first. No, you hang up first. No, you.
Oh, Tommy!